Hey, what's up? It's Kit time for another video. Today we're gonna make a slide stop, and this is a recreation of a video that we made before. And the reason why we're doing this is because there are some parts on that video, because of our gear limitations, we're not able to show everything. So today I'm hoping that I would be able to actually show you how we did things and with more clarity. Now, the wire that we're going to be using for this slide stop is this is 400-pound test. There we go. Okay, so 400-pound test, stainless steel. You can go lighter by a little bit, say 300 or so, and then you can also go heavier depending on the size of fish that you're expecting or the type of terrain and weight that you're using. Or for this one, for here at least, this sort of weight is more than enough. Now you could also use TIG wire, stainless steel. This is 304. This is actually a bit higher grade stainless steel, so you know, you can choose. I think 304 is cheaper. Okay, so you start out with a longer length because it's easier for you to manipulate a longer length. And we have a crimp, we have a swivel, and we have a washer. This is stainless steel. It's cheap. Okay, you could do with a solid ring, a big size solid ring, but washers like this, it's cheap, it's readily available, and it's cheap. First thing we got to do is we put a kink on the wire, and that's where this washer is going to sit. And what you want is for the washer not to move, so you are going to press this up like that. Okay, and then you insert the washer. Okay, and what you want is for that washer to be really on there. And for that, we're gonna squeeze it with a pair of pliers. Okay, and from there you take your crimp and you measure. Okay, so what's gonna happen here is you're gonna cut this piece of wire, but what you want is to cut it just a little bit short of the end of the crimp. So we're gonna mark it. Okay, and we're gonna mark where the crimp sits, and we're gonna take a pair of cutters and cut that. We're gonna cut in the inside of the mark. Okay, sometimes it's actually easier to just cut it like that. Bring your pliers and then just break it off. It's easier that way. Now you take your crimp, slide it down, and this is going to be tricky. Okay, now I need to fix this so that it's straight. Okay, and then squeeze this up a little bit, especially this end here. Okay, so the crimp is easier to manage. There we go. And then we take the crimp, this wire is actually quite difficult to work with. It is spring steel, so it is going to fight you. Okay, now when you have that, just for the sake of expedience here, what we're going to do is take a pair of vice grips. Okay, and then lock that in place. Now at this point, I'll take my pliers and actually hammer this thing down. Okay, and what that does is compress it even more. Okay, so takes a bit of finagling. Okay, once you're satisfied with that, you take your crimping tool and then crimp it. And when you're crimping this, you want, okay, hopefully this is focusing. Okay, so just like that, we're going to squeeze that. Okay, it locks everything into place. Okay, now what you want here is for this to slide easy towards that, and that's what's gonna stop that thing. Okay, so just like that, and it doesn't move, so that's very good. Okay, next you're gonna have to make an eye here, and the eye should be small enough so that it fits that hole. Okay, so very, very important. Like so, and then okay, we are going to make sure here, see, so that fits. Now you're gonna have to bend it like that first, okay, and then we are going to open it just a tad bit. Okay, insert our swivel, there we go, and then close that. Okay, so just before you close it, you see the shape. Now we're gonna have to center that. Okay, and that's gonna be kind of a challenge here, but we'll manage. Okay, see, now it's centered. Okay, and then I'm gonna have to do that with the other side as well, just to make sure that it is there. We go. Okay, now this, as you can see here, it's kind of skewed to one side, so just take your pliers like so and then center it, okay, like that, so that it's flat. Now from here, what you need to do is actually make wraps to close it, and you don't need much, so just take your vice grip here, and then we're gonna do barrel wraps. Okay, oops, that happens, so be careful. Yeah, this is why it was out of focus last time, because that happens, and I need to actually kind of go closer to my body so that it's easier to manage that. But we'll make sure that we can do this so that you can see. Okay, so from there, what I will do is I will turn this side, not this side. Okay, and holding pressure there, we just need a couple of wraps. Okay, now the wraps there should be very tight, so what you want is to grip that with a pair of pliers. Okay, like so, when you're rolling it. Now again, I said we just need like two, okay, 2 or 3 good wraps. There we go. Okay, so from there, what's gonna happen is I will take this, okay, push it forward just like that. Okay, I'm gonna take my pliers here, okay, and then bend this forward. All right, and then bend it forward a bit more, so you have something like this. Now, crucial part, you take your cutter pliers and then you insert. Now, basically what this does is that as soon as it reaches that bit right there, it's gonna slide forward, okay? That acts kind of like a lock. But you don't want that to be too much, so you have to adjust it a little bit here. Okay? So that it slides in freely. Okay, so in theory, when the fish takes off, it's gonna go like that. Okay, now from here you take your cutter pliers, cut that right like that. So what happens is when this goes to the end, it sits like that. When the fish runs, that is gonna slide forward. Okay, there you go. That's gonna slide forward, and when it slides forward, it's gonna go there, and you're gonna fight, and there's no way for that to actually go back because it's snagged by that thing right there. Okay, again, this is something that you can adjust. So if you find that it's kind of on the stiff side, okay, you can actually just run your pliers like so. Okay, and it will enable it to slide easier. The old video required well, I actually put shrink wrap here. It was more for what do you call this? It was more for aesthetics more than anything else. You could leave it like that, or you can even just wrap if you don't want to use a crimp. Okay, but that's it. A very good slide stop. Now a normal slide stop looks like this. Obviously this is too small for this, but basically what happens is it slides all the way there, and that's that. But obviously it has a tendency to actually pull back out. This particular one, although it kind of looks bulky, okay, there's really no way for the slide to go back up. Once it's there, it's there. Okay, so that is it. Hopefully this helps people, and now we have a video that clearly shows how this is done, and I really hope that everyone that has viewed this before is able to see things clearly. Alrighty, and if you have questions, please drop them in the comment section. I'd like to thank, of course, the subscribers, most importantly the members. Without you guys, this channel wouldn't exist. Okay, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. For you guys out there that have fishing buddies that you know, need as much help as anyone else, and if you need something like this, share this to your buddy, especially one that is actually kind of good with his hands, and you know, he can either help you out or you can actually make him the designated maker of these things. Yeah. That's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Class dismissed.